Hello, welcome back. Ahead of the new update, I thought I'd do a little bit of prep. As I mentioned in the previous one of these, and I haven't even got anyone with me because honestly, I have plenty of money. I just want to get rid of stuff on my valley. I want to get rid of as much as I possibly can because I've gone a little bit crazy with decorating with flowers. I have so many things planted at the moment that I'm maxed out on the amount of items that I can actually place in the valley. It's kind of taken away the enjoyment a little bit because I can't decorate, I can't really move everything around because every single time anything populates, even like wood on the floor, flowers, anything like that, that takes up a space. I'm always well over my limit. And so every time I have any kind of quest that I need to do and you need to place something down, I'm like, oh, I've got to go around and pick loads of stuff up first. It's just a real pain. So I thought just to get ahead of it, I would make sure that I have harvested everything that can be harvested. I'm actually going to go around and pick up all of the flowers, which when I show you how many flowers I've got, that is an insane task. But I thought I'd share it with you because, I don't know, it might be kind of interesting viewing for one of you that just wants something on in the background. But I also kind of wanted to show you how I'm preparing for the update and what my valley looked like before I got rid of all the flowers. I'm not going to be kind of turning these garden plots over because if they go unplanted, if these are just kind of like dug up, and they go unplanted for a couple of days, they just disappear on their own. If I really want to, I could use like a large piece of furniture, do it in build mode. You can kind of blank them out a lot easier than doing them manually, and there's really no benefit from doing them manually. But I find that if you just leave them for a couple of days, then they go away. So because I'm a couple of days out of the update, I'm just going to leave them because laziness. I also don't tend to open my memories very much anymore. Kind of got a little bit monotonous after a while, so I will have quite a few in the different areas that I visit, and I'm just planning on going kind of area to area and clearing absolutely everything that there is. Why can't I pick up this flower? Is this like some kind of magical flower? Because I can't pick it up. Someone actually sent me an article yesterday with some stuff about bugs that were going to be fixed. Hopefully that's true because there are a lot of bugs in this game for me on the Switch. I know that lots of Switch players have crashing issues. It's been times with my game where I kind of go through phases of it's unplayable. There are that many crashes. Recently it's not been too bad, but hopefully they will put some fixes in place to at least minimize that. Supposedly they did last time and a lot of people said it was better for them, but it didn't really improve for me. Also, this is what I'm talking about. In certain areas of the valley I have really gone for it with the flowers, but this is why my item limit has been hit because I've got so many flowers. I've collected so many specifically for decorating with, and while we've got such, what is in my opinion, such a limited item number or a limited number of items that we can actually place, it's just not feasible. I think I need to kind of go back to the drawing board. Haven't really experimented too much with proper decorating in the valley. I've just done, I love the flower stuff. It's the same thing that I do on Animal Crossing. I love decorating with flowers. And I know it's not for everyone, but that's just kind of how I like to play the game. So it's kind of a shame. Maybe I'll do some more crafty type flower stuff, but I think it's maybe gonna encourage me to do a little bit more DIY and experiment more with that side of the game, which is not a bad thing. Picking up all these flowers. Oh, inventory's full. It's not only going to be super repetitive, but also kind of painful because it took me so long to place them all. It's not that easy to decorate, especially with flowers, but I mean, flowers and paths, are they not a total nightmare in Dreamlight Valley? I know I'm not the only one. It really does take quite a long time to go through and arrange them, and to now have to pick them all up, it's gonna hurt, but it's necessary. So that's pretty much the frosted heights done. As much as I can, I've watered the plants that needed to be watered, so I'll come back and hopefully pick these up later. Oh, there's another little stone that I missed. But that's pretty much that area done. I'm going to move into the Forest of Valor, which is where I had a lot of, I mean, I've got a lot of plants everywhere, but a lot of stuff to harvest right here. This little area is kind of like behind my house. I made it a little neighborhoody kind of, and my idea was this was going to be where I was going to do most of my planting. So part of me kind of doesn't want to, last thing I need is more things in my inventory, so I'm not picking those up. Part of me doesn't want to lose this little kind of garden patch. I might come back and plant some stuff on here, just like a variety in this little one here, because surrounding it are all of my storage chests. So these storage chests are for all my harvestables, as you can see. And then along here I've got flowers by colour. I did tell you I'm a hoarder, and can you imagine how annoyed I was when they gave us those large chests and I'd made this many small chests? Yes, quite annoyed. I wish there was a way that we could kind of break them down, even if we didn't get like full resources back, just so that we could break them down so they could be used again, or we could upgrade them to larger chests. That would be so much better, because now it feels like, well, I've just got loads of chests that if I make big chests, I can't use these, can't sell them, can't do anything with them. So I'll be interested to see if that ever comes in a future update. I do tend to have lots of orbs scattered around, so there'll be lots of collecting of those, as well as obviously wood, and I'll show you where I store my wood and that kind of thing. That's near the plaza. One of the big things with the last update that I noticed the most was things like that, like the tree stump, the toadstools, and the huge, what are they called, like big icebergs. Oh, there's a massive one here. All of those, once you dug them up, that was it. They were done. And they were a really good resource. So it was kind of annoying. You couldn't ever have them again. And then since the last update, I hadn't heard anybody else talk about it. But since the last update, I noticed that suddenly they were repopulating. And I wonder, because I really haven't heard anyone mention that that was part of the update, I wonder whether it was some kind of glitch and some people were experiencing it and some people weren't, because for me it was quite clear, oh, something has changed. So I don't know if it was a fix or what it was, but I'd be interested to hear if any of you experienced that too, because I'm sure I can't be on my own with that. I'd love to say that's the forest of Valor Down. Oh, can you see in the distance how it's so not? I did just clear all the flowers I had here. There were quite a lot. Oh, but there are quite a lot here as well. I'd better get to watering. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to pop on Grey's Anatomy while I do this, because let me just show you. Let me show you the situation around here. So, you know, I like to line the paths, as you can see. However, I've also lined all of here with, this is, oh, I love the difference in steps, listen. Oh, I love that so much, that detail. Oh, I'm sure you feel the same way, but I love the tip tap, and depending on what shoes she wears as well, I'm sure it changes. Oh, let's see what it sounds like when she goes up the ice steps. Oh, wow. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so I've got to get all of these plants up. It's gonna take a minute, and this isn't even the worst area. And we are as clear. Oh, do you know what? We're not. I was like, we're as clear as we can be in this whole Forest of Valor area. But you know what? We're not. That's just total lies, because look what we've got over here. I don't want to get rid of all the flowers. Ay, ay, ay. Do you know, I might keep some of them. I mean, this is not that many. It's the ones that I've alternated, it's particularly difficult, because I remember how fiddly it was to do that. So annoying. Why Mickey Mouse is like hiding behind this. He's like, hey, oh, him and Woody. What is going on behind the bush, guys? Why are you hiding behind Blueberry Bush? I'm not asking any questions whatsoever. I think I might just leave those for now and then see what I've got in terms of like item count at the end. because I quite like this little area. It's, you know, it's kind of out of the way. I like that it's got a little bit of colour. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I do need to make some more asphalt for the driveway, though. I need to finish up that driveway. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the paths. I kind of partly want to get rid of all the paths as well. I would really like to make more of this path. This is my favourite kind of path. I think this is what I've got in the plaza. Yeah, it is. And really, I'd probably just quite like to do the entire plaza with this. That would be the ideal. So I just need to collect a lot of stone. I have a lot of stone, as I said, major hoarder, but more. You can never have enough. So what I have here is all the hydrangeas. I did have some of these crafted planters. I think I'm definitely going to have to use these rather than plants. Like, that takes up 3 squares and that's 1 item, I believe. So, do you know what? I don't know. I don't know if the items are like per square. I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to try to use more crafted items rather than flowers. But I'm going to pick all of these up. I do like this little area that I made, which is where I keep the lemon trees. And this is not too bad in terms of items. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep the layout of the plaza, but I think I'm going to work towards maybe just paving this entire area with this stone. So this little area here is where I keep all the other stuff. Actually, well, this area and this area. This box is the one that I have lots of boxes, or lots of chests, sorry, dotted around the valley, and they are all connected to each other. So this is the one that you get in your house. And this is where I keep fish. It's pretty much just fish. Yeah, fish, like seafoody type stuff. So wherever I am, if I catch fish, I can kind of throw them in there. These two, I think, are maybe herbs. Oh, okay. So they're like dairy things that I bought from Remy's restaurant. And wood. Okay, fair enough. I've got some other wood boxes as well elsewhere. So this is where I keep, this is stuff that I've like taken off trees. This is things that I have foraged. So this would be like bushes. And then the last one is herbs. That's the one that is kind of like, oh, opened the middle one again. That's the one that is like just things that randomly grow. Things that you kind of forage just directly from the ground. That is how I split those things up. I have decided to leave these flowers here and the ones around the back there, because I quite like how they frame the little plaza area that I've put in there. All of this is going to go, I think I'm going to get rid of all of that kind of, I don't even know what this one is, but it's not, I don't love this path. I'm going to get rid of all of that. And now this is the really, I took ages finishing this, absolutely ages. It took me so long to collect all of these flowers, and this is alternate red and orange. Part of me will be really sad to see this go, but at the same time, I just have completely done myself in for like placing anything in the valley by placing so many flowers. So has to be done, has to be done. But I'll kind of miss this one. Difficult as that was, I have to say, it was a little bit overwhelming, the amount of flowers that there were. It feels a lot cleaner now, although I'm going to have to replace some of this stuff because I can't quite get to some things that fall in the cracks. On the other side, I've got a little bit of stone that I can't quite reach, so I might have to like rethink the placement of these hedges. But it is a little bit nicer to look out across now because it's not quite as right in your face. So, oh, I need to get rid of this big rock. So the beach is the next, come on. The beach is the next area, which obviously is vast, but I don't really have a tremendous amount on it. It's going to be mostly clean up. I haven't done a lot. I've kind of just like dumped Woody's carousel here. This is just going to be general cleanup. Right, it's pretty much clear. I've got a couple of things that I still need to pick up, but I've run out of space in my inventory and I'm miles from home. So the beach is really not a major concern. There's not a lot there. I think I would quite like to reconsider the placement of all of the buildings and stuff before we get the new update, but I'll talk to you about that in the next one. Oh, Is this another thing that I can? No, I can't harvest anything because I have no space. So I'm going back to my storage behind my house to offload some stuff. I really have tested out a lot of different ways to store things. I had got storage in my house before, but I definitely recommend storing things outside, because just getting in and out of the house, sometimes it crashes. I've had 2 crashes since I've been recording this. It's annoying, but just kind of whatever you can remove in terms of like barriers, whatever is going to make something easier to do, and just running around and throwing something in something that's already outside is already going to be easier. I thought I'd also show you the other area of storage that I've got. So that's the main area for like plants and things that I can plant that I will then harvest. And then right round here next to Remy's restaurant, that's what I showed you before, my kind of things that are harvestables or forageables that I haven't planted myself. And then right by Scrooge's shop, I have some of these safes, which I really like, but I wasn't sure how to use once I had the large chests available. So I thought I'd put them next to Scrooge's shop. And these have got kind of, well, I've got gems in different colours. So all the different colours are kind of separated. And then like stones, those kind of materials. So like iron, gold, any kind of, what would you call them? Like minerals of any kind, I suppose. All that is here. I think I've also got like soil and things, maybe like rocks. And then over here next to Christoph's stall, I've got storage for wood. It might be 2 storage for wood, actually. Is it 2 storage for wood? It is! Another thing that I probably will do, because, you know, this storage is filling up, is I'll probably add some chests, like 1 large chest in each biome, specifically for the things that you forage in that biome. So, you know, like the native flowers to this particular peaceful meadow biome, I'll have a chest that I can just kind of run around, pick those things up, throw them in the chest, move through to the next biome, just so that I'm not always having to go back to those areas to pick and drop off, you know. It's just another way of keeping your inventory clear is the thing. I do also tend to, when I'm mining, leave things around. So I'll mine a lot, I'll mine a lot, I'll mine a lot, and then I'll have one event, let's call it, where I run around and pick everything up when I've got an empty inventory to do that. I haven't really done very much in terms of decorating, even with flowers or anything, in this area or in the Forgotten Lands. Or really the Sunlit Plateau. So I'm just doing some basic tidying up in all of those areas. I've kind of done everything that I wanted to do that was going to be major effort, prepping for the new update. I do have a couple more Mirabelle quests to finish. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll come back with another Dreamlight Valley episode. And then, of course, we will have one specifically based on the update. I might even do a little stream just while we're excited about like downloading it. I'm really looking forward to finding out what the star path's going to be. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure that you follow so that you don't miss anything. See, this is my little fishing trunk. And otherwise, thanks for watching today. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.